A grand dining room lit up by chandeliers echoed with the sound of clinking glasses and a buzz of anticipation among Britain's elite. This was the scene at a big royal banquet in Buckingham Palace where Princess and the Princess Royal stood to give a speech that would change the monarchy for good. Her voice, calm and confident as always, had a strength that made the whole room go quiet. With calm dignity, she announced she was stepping back from royal duties, a move that shocked the royal family and beyond. But it was what she said next that left everyone speechless. She named Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as the one to continue her work. This wasn't just about passing on duties. It was about handing over a legacy, a huge moment that felt both expected and deeply moving. And, famous for her work ethic and straight talk, had held the monarchy steady for years. Her choice to step back wasn't only about age or slowing down, it was her way of shaping what's next. And in that moment, every eye turned to Catherine, who, after bravely facing cancer, was ready to take on a bigger role than ever before. Royal insiders whispered this was the moment they'd all been waiting for, the sign Catherine wasn't just back, she was now leading the way. So why now, and what does this mean for the royal family? Let's look at the story everyone's talking about. The news broke on June 18, 2025 at a state banquet honoring international guests. And, wearing a simple navy gown, spoke with her usual mix of humor and weight. "I've spent my life serving this institution," she said, "but the time has come for me to step aside and let the next generation take the reins." Then, nodding toward Catherine nearby, she added, "The Princess of Wales has shown strength, grace, and a steady sense of duty. I have no doubt she'll carry this work forward with the same passion." The room burst into applause, but behind the smiles was real awe. Catherine, just recently back in public, was now the face of the future. To understand why Anne's move was so big, you have to understand her. Often called the hardest working royal princess, Anne has been at the monarchy's heart for over 50 years. At 74, she's done thousands of royal duties, from opening hospitals to pushing for charities like Save the Children. Her no-fuss style, think sensible coats and recycled outfits, made her easy to relate to, while her sharp humor and firm resolve earned respect. She never chased the spotlight, but always showed up when needed. Anne's path hasn't been easy. As Queen Elizabeth II's only daughter, she built her own role in a world run mostly by men. She even competed in the Olympics as an equestrian, a sign of her grit, and later became one of King Charles's closest advisors. Her strength showed through in tough times too, like her divorce from Mark Phillips and a horse accident in June 2024. Even with a black eye, she got back to work without missing a beat. That's the Anne people know, steady, loyal, and driven. But the timing of her decision was the real shock. There had been talk of her slowing down, especially after she missed Day 2 of Royal Ascot 2025 due to duties in Scotland. Still, no one thought she'd fully retire. Insiders say Anne had been quietly planning this for a while, talking with Charles and Catherine to make sure things went smoothly. This wasn't her walking away, it was her placing trust in those coming next. And in Catherine, she saw someone with the same values: duty, strength, and quiet courage that says more than words. If Anne's exit was the quake, Catherine's rise was the aftershock that changed everything. The Princess of Wales has been on a journey that's gripped the public. After her cancer diagnosis in March 2024, she went through intense treatment and had to pause her royal work. When she announced in September 2024 that chemo was done, people around the world felt huge relief. And in January 2025, she confirmed she was in remission. But Catherine coming back wasn't just about getting better. It was about reshaping what her royal role could be. Sources close to the palace say she spent time during recovery thinking hard about her purpose. She didn't want to just pick up where she left off, one insider said. She wanted to make a real difference. Her appearances at Trooping the Color and the Order of the Garter in June 2025 weren't random. They were carefully planned, showing she was easing back in with intention. But when she suddenly pulled out of Royal Ascot on June 18, 2025, people worried, until it came out she was putting her health first. That only made the public respect her more. On that same day, Anne's retirement announcement pushed Catherine into a new spotlight, one she was ready for. The bond between Catherine and Anne runs deep. Both prefer action over ceremony, and Anne has long been a quiet guide for Catherine. While Catherine was going through treatment, Anne is said to have visited her privately, giving support and wisdom, and saw the same inner strength in Catherine. A palace insider said. She knew she could take this on. Now that Catherine is stepping into Anne's shoes, she's not just filling a gap, she's giving royal duty a fresh meaning, blending tradition with her personal warmth and approachability. That banquet wasn't just about ceremony. It was an emotional turning point for the royals. As Anne spoke, Catherine's eyes welled up, and King Charles, sitting at the head of the table, nodded in quiet pride. Everyone there could tell it wasn't a decision made lightly. Anne's departure ended a chapter, but her faith in Catherine was a strong message. It felt like watching a baton pass in a relay race, a guest later told reporters. Anne was stepping back, but also lifting Catherine forward. Behind the scenes, this handoff had been in the works for months. Anne and Catherine had held quiet meetings at Gatcombe Park, Anne's country home, to talk through the transition. And it wasn't just about schedules. They had honest talks about what royal life really demands, about duty, family, and the pressure of public expectations. Still adjusting to life after cancer, Catherine leaned on Anne's advice. Focus on what really matters, and told her, the people you serve and the family you love, according to a source. That advice now shapes Catherine's whole approach, seen in her kind public moments and her involved parenting style. People caught a glimpse of that relationship at the Order of the Garter on June 16, 2025, where Anne and Catherine were seen chatting with ease. Body language experts pointed out how relaxed they looked, showing real mutual respect. For Catherine, this new role isn't just more work. It's a promise to honor someone she truly admires. And for Anne, stepping away means watching someone she trusts take charge. So, what does it mean for Catherine to take over from Princess Anne? It's a huge shift, not just adding events to her calendar. Anne was a powerhouse, managing over 300 patronages, from the Royal Agricultural Society to Save the Children. Catherine, who's already linked to key causes like Action for Children and the Royal Foundation, is now picking up many of Anne's responsibilities. That means she'll need both energy and vision. Her first big step? She'll appear at the Royal Highland Show in Edinburgh, a tribute to Anne's bond with the Royal Highland Agricultural Society. But that's just the start of a bigger change in how the monarchy connects with people. Catherine is bringing her own voice to the role, mixing Anne's no-nonsense work ethic with her own warmth that appeals across all ages. Where Anne was known for her fast-paced, get-it-done style, arriving, speaking, and leaving like clockwork, Catherine takes her time. She connects through real smiles and kind, thoughtful words. Her focus on mental health, child development, and cancer awareness, shaped by her own battle, will guide how she takes on her new duties. Like at a recent children's hospice visit, where she stayed longer just listening to families, offering support that felt heartfelt, not staged. She's not trying to copy Anne, a royal staffer said. She's building on her legacy, but doing it her own way. This new role is also giving Catherine more influence, not just in the royal family, but well beyond it. With King Charles focused on his health and Prince William managing his own duties, Catherine is quickly becoming the steady force holding everything together. Her skill at blending tradition with a modern approach makes her a perfect match for what Anne used to do. Just look at her upcoming visit with the Riding for the Disabled Association, one of Anne's most beloved causes. Catherine, who loves horses, plans to show how the program supports mental health, tying it directly to her own work. That kind of connection, mixing Anne's legacy with her own priorities, is what makes her stand out. And people are taking notice. At a garden party in May 2025, Catherine's comfort with everyone from farmers to charity workers reminded many of Anne's dedication, but with a more gentle touch. Social media lit up with reactions. One popular post said, "Catherine's got Anne's drive, but adds a warmth that draws people in." Her battle with cancer has only deepened that feeling, making her one of the most relatable royals out there. She's not just a symbol. She's someone who stared down a health crisis and came out stronger, a story that resonates across the world. But this bigger role also brings big challenges. Taking on Anne's packed schedule while keeping up her own work and caring for her family won't be easy. Catherine's made it clear that George, Charlotte, and Louis still come first. Sources say she's taken a page from Anne's book, keeping her calendar practical, planning events around the school run when she can. Her choice to stay local in 2025, focusing on UK-based duties instead of overseas trips, shows how she's managing that balance. Even so, the pressure is real. Experts think she'll use her growing platform to push for real change, like better mental health support or funding for cancer research, issues that could help keep the monarchy relevant in changing times. And Catherine's rise signals more than just a personal shift. It shows how the royal family itself is evolving. The monarchy has long been accused of being out of touch, and voices like Catherine's help bring it closer to the public. Through campaigns like Shaping Us, she's connecting with younger generations and helping bridge the gap between tradition and progress. Anne's retirement didn't just pass her the torch, it gave Catherine the stage. As one palace aide put it, she's not just holding Anne's torch. She's lighting something new that could really change how we view the royals. This is way more than a title. It's a chance to redefine what royalty looks like in this century. And stepping away doesn't just change Catherine's duties, it shakes up the whole royal structure. With only 11 working royals, the family's stretched thin. That became obvious during Royal Ascot 2025, when the absence of senior members like Anne and Catherine stirred talk of a royal crisis. Catherine's return helps ease that strain, putting her at the center of things. Her calm, friendly, future-focused presence brings much-needed stability during a time of big change. But it's also shifting the dynamic inside the family. Prince William, as the Prince of Wales, has faced some criticism for his quieter public calendar, with some saying he focuses more on projects like Earthshot than traditional royal duties. Catherine's stepped-up role gives him the support he needs. Together, they're sharing the spotlight. At Trooping the Color on June 14, 2025, their close bond was clear. They exchanged looks that said they were in this together. Palace insiders say William deeply admires Catherine's strength, especially after her cancer fight, and sees her as his greatest partner in shaping the monarchy's future. But this shift also brings new pressure for William to step up, a challenge many royal watchers are eager to see him meet. With King Charles facing his own health struggles, he's leaning more on Catherine's public presence. Their shared cancer journeys have brought them closer, something we saw during Trooping the Color, when Charles smiled at Catherine with clear pride and trust. And stepping down has also pushed Charles to think more about his legacy, and sources say he's thankful Catherine's ready to take on more. Her ability to connect with younger generations, especially during visits to children's charities, matches Charles's goal of a monarchy that grows while honoring its roots. While the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are picking up more duties too, it's Catherine who's quickly becoming the standout favorite among the public. That spotlight brings both praise and pressure. Inside the family, her new role is also changing things at home. Catherine remains a hands-on mom to George, Charlotte, and Louis, taking a page from Anne's down-to-earth parenting style. At Kensington Palace, she's teaching them the value of service while protecting them from too much attention. Charlotte, now 10, showed her confidence with a poised wave at the Order of the Garter ceremony. Insiders say Catherine's teaching all three kids that service matters more than status, a mindset inspired by Anne's no-fuss approach. George, next in line to the throne, looks to his mom as a role model for strength, while Louis, full of energy, is gently guided by her calm. Outside the family, public opinion is shifting, too. Catherine's cancer story made her a symbol of hope, and now, stepping into Anne's shoes, she's stepping into even more responsibility. After the banquet news broke, fans praised her grace online, but others wondered if she can match Anne's legendary pace. Her big test is finding a balance, bringing her softer, modern approach to the same intense schedule and once handled with precision. Her decision to skip Royal Ascot for a school event earned her praise from many for putting family first, but some traditionalists weren't so thrilled. That split reflects a bigger issue the monarchy is facing, evolving for today's world while still honoring its history. The ripple effects go beyond Catherine. Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, often in the background, are said to be stepping up, with Beatrice planning more charity events in 2025. And with Prince Harry and Meghan out of the picture, Catherine's role is even more important as the royal family leans on its core members. Anne's retirement isn't just a goodbye, it's sparked a rebalancing of the whole royal team. Catherine is now the steady center, William is by her side, and King Charles remains the guide, all working through a time of real change. As the impact of Anne's announcement settles in, it's clear the monarchy has reached a turning point, and Catherine, now Princess of Wales, is leading the way. Her journey, from facing a cancer diagnosis that captured global concern to re-emerging as the royal family's strongest voice, is inspiring far beyond the palace gates. Anne's choice to step back wasn't retreat. It was a bold vote of confidence in the future, a chance for Catherine to reimagine what royal service looks like. And with every step she takes, she's not just holding Anne's torch, she's lighting her own way. A way that blends royal tradition with real emotion, duty with empathy, and strength with vulnerability. Her plans for this next chapter are already underway. Insiders say she's preparing new projects that tie together her passions, mental health, early childhood, cancer awareness, with Anne's legacy of meaningful work. One rumored project involves expanding rural healthcare, honoring Anne's devotion to farming communities. At the Royal Highland Show in July 2025, Catherine is expected to announce her first major patronage, an event royal watchers won't want to miss. Catherine's approach is intentional. She's not just leading communities, she's listening to them. It's a style that reflects Princess Anne's grounded nature, but adds Catherine's warmth. And this shift couldn't come at a more important time. With people questioning if the monarchy still matters, Catherine's relatability, shaped by her personal struggles, offers a way forward. Her open conversation about health, especially her 2024 cancer video, made her a global symbol of hope. Royal experts think she'll use that spotlight to bring the monarchy into the modern age, maybe by boosting digital outreach or supporting sustainability, something close to King Charles's heart. A source says Catherine sees the monarchy as a force for good. She wants it to grow without losing its meaning. At home, she's still a hands-on mom, doing school runs and reading bedtime stories to George, Charlotte, and Louis. She manages it all with practicality, but Catherine also brings an emotional openness. At a recent school event, she gently comforted Louis, a quiet moment that spoke volumes about her values. These everyday scenes show why the public connects with her. Catherine's strength isn't just in duty, it's in kindness. And as she steps into a larger royal role, people are wondering, will she reshape the monarchy's long list of causes? Could she mentor younger royals like Princess Beatrice? One thing's clear, Catherine's ready. Her journey, intertwined with Anne's legacy, is a story of quiet strength and stepping up when it matters most. As she embraces this new chapter, she carries both public hopes and a vision for a modern, meaningful monarchy. What's your favorite moment from Catherine's story so far? Let us know, and stay tuned for more royal updates that inspire and surprise.